Hey, what's up, everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here once again, counting down another discography of one of my favorite bands. Today we're talking about the Ukrainian black metalers Drudkh. Might be pronouncing that wrong, that's my best Ukrainian pronunciation. But yeah, these guys, so fucking good. Just atmospheric as all fuck. Really classic, solid stuff. They have a lot of albums, 11 albums, and they haven't even been around that long. They're just a very prolific band, put out a lot of albums, and they were just one of my favorites of the last 10 years or so. Only got into these guys maybe 5 or 6 years ago, but I really love it. They just add such layers of authenticity, like really bringing in their Ukrainian culture. There's folk elements and a lot of just really solid atmosphere, and I love pretty much everything that these guys put out. I'm going to run through their 11 albums from my least favorite to my favorite. So here we go. Starting at number 11 is Songs of Grief and Solitude. This is kind of the more ambient, acoustic, just background music. There's no vocals on this album at all. So clearly this one was going to be last. I don't mind listening to this. I don't listen to it that often. It's good background music. This is really the only one that I don't really love, but it's not bad for what it is. It's definitely okay, and it's, if you just want something like that in the background, by all means, it's very peaceful and very quiet, just super chill to listen to. Coming in at number 10 is A Furrow Cut Short. This is their longest album, their second most recent album. It's probably their most aggressive album, to be honest, which usually you'd think that's going to be way higher on my list. But to me, this one, it kind of just drags on a little bit too much, and it sounds kind of samey. There's not too much to distinguish the tracks from one another. I do like how it starts. Cursed Sons 1, Cursed Sons 2, really solid. And overall, this album is not bad. This is still an 8 out of 10. I love everything Drudkh does. But to me, this one's just coming in a little bit below the other ones. Up next at number 9 is A Handful of Stars. This one, they kind of switched gears a little bit and went on a post-metal direction, kind of maybe took a page out of Alcest and stuff like that. Maybe they had been listening to that and want to incorporate some new sounds into what they're doing. And I don't hate this album. Some people shit on this. It's okay. I don't mind it. It's another 8 out of 10 album in my opinion. There's still some quality songs on here. Downfall of the Epoch and Twilight Areola. Good stuff still. It's still a very enjoyable listen. I just can't rank it higher than many of their other albums because some of the others are just a lot fucking better. Let's get into some of those. Coming in at number 8 is The Swan Road. This is a really fucking good album, actually. This is their third release, and I really like it. The vocals are a little bit too high in the mix. That's really my only knock on it. The vocals aren't as good as on some of their other albums. It kind of throws off the overall sound of this. But nonetheless, there's some really killer tracks on here. One of my favorite Drudkh songs, Blood. Absolutely amazing. Love that fucking song. It makes this album worth a listen just for that. Glare of 1768 is another really fucking good one. But yeah, go check out this album. And that's coming in number 8 for me. Next up, number 7 is Eternal Turn of the Wheel. This one's got a really cool fucking artwork, and I really love the material too. It's just a great album. What are the songs on here? Breath of Coal Black Soil is fucking good. When Gods Leave Their Emerald Halls, I think it's called. Really good fucking tunes on here. I think there's only 4 songs with typical Drudkh style, just a few songs, maybe an interlude. But really killer album. I just can't put it higher because my top 6 are absolutely killers. Number 6 is their most recent. They Often See Dreams About the Spring. If you saw my ranking from, I think this is 2018, this was pretty high up there. I think it was my 4th on my top 10 list of that year, and it's pretty fucking solid. This one's a 9 out of 10 for me. Being their most recent, you'd think maybe I'd put some of the older stuff ahead of it, like The Swan Road, but this one I enjoy a little bit more. The songs on here are just fucking killer. Front to back, I really enjoy this. There's some really catchy riffs, and I just really listened to this album a lot when it came out, and I still listen to it a fucking lot. But now let's get into the top 5. From here on out, these are 9.5 to 10 out of 10s, all of them. Number 5 for me is Microcosmos. Really fucking cool artwork on this one too. Go take a look at it if you haven't seen it. I love the sounds on here too. Fucking Decadence, Ars Poetica. Great fucking songs. I almost want to put this one higher, but I just like the top 4 a little bit more. To me, this is a 9.5 out of 10. They really fucking mastered their sound by this album, and it's really killer shit. But let's get into those top 4. Number 4 to me is Estrangement. Some people don't like this album. They think it's too repetitive and like too, I don't know, bleary and, I don't know, dreary and bleak is what I meant to say. But I fucking love it. It's kind of got like some Burzum feels to it, just so atmospheric. Sure, some of the riffs repeat, but that's the fucking point of this. It's atmospheric black metal. You're supposed to get lost in it. This makes you feel like you're lost in the woods just listening to some great fucking black metal. Solitary Endless Path. I fucking love that. Where Horizons End. I adore that song too. And the closer, the instrumental, Only the Wind Remembers My Name. Absolutely love this album. Yeah, there's only 4 tracks and it is a little repetitive, but I don't fucking care. I absolutely love it. 9.5 out of 10. Go listen to this album. It's amazing. Coming in at number 3 is the debut, Forgotten Legends. I fucking love this album too. This one's another 9.5 out of 10 for me. False Dawn, the song Eternal Turn of the Wheel. Whew, just a great debut. When this came out, like, I didn't know much about them. Honestly, I didn't really hear this until their second album came out. That's when I started to getting into Drudkh. But yeah, Forgotten Legends is absolutely amazing. And classic debut. You need to go listen to it. Black metal masterpiece. But not quite as good as their second album, which I've got coming in at number 2, is Autumn Aurora. I've actually got a poster of that one over there. So you would have thought, hey, maybe that one's going to be number 1. But nope, not every poster I have is my number 1 favorite. But this one is very fucking close. So good. Summoning the Rain. Wind of the Night Forests. How good is that song? Even some of the interludes on here are just amazing, even though they're just instrumentals and it kind of pieces the album together. This one's just a story from start to finish. And it really makes you feel like you're in autumn, outside, watching the leaves fall. Just a fucking great atmospheric black metal album. Something everyone should own. But speaking of something everyone should own, the number 1 is absolute classic Drudkh album. By far my favorite, Blood in Our Wells. Absolute masterpiece. Start to finish, this album fucking kills. Whew, favorite song in here is probably Solitude. That is probably my favorite Drudkh song. It's just amazing. Furrows of Gods is awesome as well. And I love the outro, Ukrainian Insurgent Army. Fucking great riff. Oh man, I could talk about this album for hours, but I'm not going to fucking do that. I talked about it for 30 seconds. That's about all I usually do on these videos. But that's my favorite Drudkh album. And if you've never heard this band before, start with Blood in Our Wells. Go check it out. I feel like you will fucking love it if you like any atmospheric black metal. Anyways, let me know down below, what's your favorite Drudkh album? What's your least favorite? What did you think of my list? Click on like, click on subscribe. I'll have some more videos coming for you soon. Hammerheart Metal Reviews out!